We have a food saver here. How many of you have a food saver? How many of you are going to get a food saver? I guarantee everyone go up. This is the real part where I put the love into my food storage. There are a lot of things that you can't put in the metal cans. Anything that I can put in a number 10 metal can, I will, because they're sturdy and they give your food a long shelf life. But there are things that have high oil, high moisture, or high sugar content that you can't put them in the metal cans. Things like chocolate chips and raisins and nuts and chocolates. This is my favorite. You can put those in the glass jars, and you can vacuum seal them, and this will extend the life of your food by years. These were sealed on the same day. These are chocolate chips. This one came undone, and I didn't know, I didn't check them, and about a year and a half into this little jar's lifetime, the chocolate chips started to go white. You know what it looks like, they're losing their color, and they eventually turned into this just nasty white powder. These are still chocolate chips. 3 years later, 1105, exactly 3 years later, they will extend the shelf life of these kinds of foods, and you're now going to be able to have things that you never thought you could put in your food storage. We've successfully sealed raisins, nuts, chocolate chips, brown rice, chocolate cake mixes, cornbread mixes, all kinds of mixes that you can do. Just about anything in your pantry you can vacuum seal, and it's going to extend the shelf life. Even if you're not going to do food storage, you're going to want to do this because you're no longer going to go in your pantry. You're making chocolate chip cookies and you go for the walnuts and they're stale. They've gone rancid. This doesn't happen anymore. Extending the shelf life is great with what you're doing. Now, the process couldn't be easier. You're going to take your food saver, and I have never used this part of it, the part where you put the bag in it and you seal the bag. I don't even use that because the bags will always leak. Every single time, eventually, that bag will leak. These jars stay sealed until you open them up. And this is open because yesterday I opened it up to the crew and they ate all the candy, so this is open. If you're buying a food saver, this new would cost about $100 or more. Do not buy it new. Go to eBay. Every single day I have ever gone onto eBay, there have been at least 100 of these that people are getting rid of. So you go on there, $20, $25, although the more I give the class, the faster they're going. So do it tonight. The only thing that you want to be sure that your food saver has, it needs to have the little porthole on the top. That's the only part you're going to use on that machine. Isn't that sad? This great big machine. That's what you want, because this is what you're going to use on it. This is called a jar sealer attachment. Sometimes it will come with this. You look on eBay and see if your machine is going to have the jar sealer attachment. If it doesn't, they cost $10. Just be sure you get the wide mouth and the regular mouth, because then you can use all of your canning jars. You're going to attach this little hose to the machine. Let me put it down. And then you're going to put food in your jar, and you're going to put the lid on the jar. You put the jar over the top of this, and you push the button, and it's going to pull the air out of the jar. And I don't know how they do it. Somebody always asks me that, and I go, I don't know. It just works. It pulls the air out. Well, this one's not sealed. And that will not come open until I open it. Sometimes they do come unsealed. It's unusual. That's how I got the nasty-looking chocolate chips. But you're going to check these every year so that you can be sure that none of your food's going to go bad. But the nice thing is, anytime you want, you can go, and you'll be able to take out whatever you want, put the same lid back on, take it off carefully so you don't bend it. Same lid goes back on, you seal it back up, and it's just like it's never been opened. That's how we can get 2, 3, sometimes 4-year shelf life on foods that you just seal it right back up. Yes, sir?
You have to heat up the lid.
Okay. No, not generally speaking. Sometimes the lid won't seal, and it's always on the thing that's really hard to pack. You get it all packed in there, and you put your lid on, and it won't seal. There are things you can do. You can put the lid on regular, down, and then you can take another lid and put it on upside upside down, and try sealing that. Sometimes that added pressure will hold it. If you heat the lid, then oftentimes that will help it to seal. You won't be able to reuse that lid, but it will help it to seal. Sometimes you just have to take it out and put it in another jar. I've had jars that just won't seal. But generally speaking, it's a very simple process. You put your food in, you put the lid on, you seal it up, date your lid, always put the date on so you know how old it is and when it needs to be rotated. And you will be able to put foods in your food storage that are 2-3 years later, you've got fabulous food that you never thought you could have in your food storage.